Success level 10, the body of blazing fire. Yet I decisively, the flame warrior profession with a contract rated by up and down back. Chose to exchange for healer profession with no offensive capabilities. In my past, to see sweet words of my childhood friend, so yeah, she took my flame warrior profession. Change it for healer profession with no offensive capabilities. Perishing together white-eyed, dim and lord in the dungeon. I expect to return the day I received my profession badge. I would definitely not become that pitiful healer again. Success level talent, the body of blazing fire, had been reset. I gained a new talent, the healing master. At this moment, countless chakras were galloping through my heart. Then I immediately checked the characteristics of my new talent. When I heal others, chance to gain permanent attribute points. Very low probability of gaining the other party's talent. Takes effect to attain a special item of the spirit soul. Use divine equipment characteristics. The 4 characteristics, but exclaim how great they were. Any one of them could rival an SS level talent. Then I started to think, apart from Suyo being a healer, be willing to exchange profession badges with me. Sharpen. I remembered someone. How could we walk to class are? Senior Dodora class. Many in the class knew I was here for Suya. In the envious gazes, Suya slowly stood up. She crossed her and looked up at me. I did in the classroom, ignoring Suya. I walked straight to another girl. Bailing come out with me. Everyone was stunned. She looked utterly incredulous. I directly pulled Bailing and walked out. Accompanied me to a place. Completely unaware of what was happening. She could only numbly follow my steps. Stop right there. Suya was almost exploding with anger. That I would leave home the hand of the girl she hated the most. Hearing this, I stopped. Suya couldn't help but snort. If I didn't apologize to her in front of the whole class, she wouldn't easily for me. The next, she saw me whisper something in Bailing's ear. Then Bailing nodded with a red face. The two of them left the classroom. Suya was completely dumbfounded. Bailing lowered her head, a bit flustered. She would understand what I wanted to do. I want the healer badge in your hand, I said, looking at Bailing. Bailing looked in surprise, doubting her ears. Exchange. I asked Bailing again. Bailing was a bit flustered. She was willing to exchange. Because her talent S-level sturdy body, which is a warrior type. My flame warrior has a compatibility rate of over Bamri hours with her. If she obtained has only a Bamri's dorsal compatibility rate. What about you? Bailing said somewhat embarrassedly. I'll just be a healer, if you need. Him the man who constantly strives. I looked at Bailing with a smile. Cheeks turned slightly red. Then she shook her head. No, your profession badge is too valuable. That if I change professions? I don't have my compatibility rate anymore. But let me tell you, my talent has a higher compatibility with the healer. Why do you think I would exchange with you? Bailing frowned deeply. She knows my talent rating. But she doesn't know exactly what my talent is. Seeing Bailing looking so silly, I knew I had succeeded. Bailing asked, looking at me, if I'm a dog. Let's pinky swear. We finally exchange our badges. Become a flame warrior. The task is to any fire type secret realm. And cleared. Tomorrow we'll go to the flame forest together. Change your profession. I accepted Bailing's profession badge. Then I spoke again. Bailing nodded like a chicken pecking at rice. By the member of the badge exchange between us. Not telling about it casually. I solemnly instructed again. Because now the whole school knows that I got profession badge with a battery not by compatibility. If people that I exchange the healer profession by Ling, the president probably will be the first to come talk to me. Even the city education department will send someone to investigate. I don't want to cause such trouble. This may be kept secret for now. Profession change is successful. Bai Ling and I will have cooked the rice. Then by that, even if this matter is supposed, it won't matter. Bai Ling nodded with a serious expression. She also knows the importance of this matter. I shamelessly took Bai Ling's hand again. To said goodbye at the classroom door. Bai Ling returned to her seat generously. As if nothing had happened. This almost grated her teeth to the point of cracking. The anger. She made a decision she would come directly to me to demand an explanation. Take away my profession badge. That night after dinner, I went directly to the local Holy Light Church. Every badge has its own exclusive task. Completing the task can the profession be truly bound. And for a common profession like healer, to enter the Holy Light Church and bathe in the Holy Light, then you can directly bind the healer profession. To receive the Holy Light from the Holy Stone Tablet. A young priest said to me. I thanked him. Then I followed the direction indicated by the young priest toward the stone tablet inside the church. Just wait quietly in front of it for a while, and you can bind the profession. Good kid. Just at this, an old man in a sign robe quietly appeared beside the young priest. He smiled and looked at me. See, the young priest hurriedly bowed and saluted. Then the bishop. The young priest looked towards the stone tablet again. And said indeed quite polite. By this time I had easily completed the profession binding. When I saw the last prompt, I was directly shocked. To one of my healing spells. Someone else was with by compatibility. With plus, the cost of any spell I cast only requires 1 point of mana. I chose to become a healer, which is also destined by fate. Just at this, 3 people rushed into the church in a hurry. Priest, please save my brother. As soon as he entered, started shouting excitedly. I turned to look. I saw that were covered in blood and wounds. One of them was already in a coma. Seemed he was about to die. Seeing this, the young priest immediately went up to them. Save my first, severely injured. The tall and thin leading man said urgently again. Then he instructed his brothers, unconscious injured person on the ground. The young priest began to cast healing spells. The other 2 were anxiously waiting on the side. Hello, do you need healing? Hearing this, the leader couldn't help but turn to look at me. Then he nodded. He thanked me. Any more attention to me? I began to cast healing spells with ease. Your healing spell restored by health points for Leong. You gain point of mental power. Enjoy my heart. I didn't expect the first healing spell to trigger the talent trait. Taste the sweet. I couldn't help but cast more diligently. The old man in green robe saw this scene. His eyes widened. Just wait. I cast healing spells even faster than him. Affluent healing spell. I had to give him points of mental power and Liu Yong's health was fully restored. It could no longer the trade of healing mastery for me. I immediately turned another person. I began to heal them. After I spammed healing spells, I gained another 2 points strength and additional spirit orbs. Based on the points gained, if I had healing mastery randomly increased attributes. It was clearly determined by the target's profession. Then I cast another healing spell, but it brought me a new surprise. I didn't expect Wu Qing's talent. At this moment, Priest treated the injuries of the severely wounded. I can't handle the loss of limbs, he said with some regret. Enemies are all healed. Priest turned around. Surprised to find that the main people were already healed, Liu Yong looked at me gratefully. It was this young brother who helped. Smiled faintly. Priest looked at me, surprised. I didn't expect a newly transitioned little healer such abilities. This young friend? May I ask your name? This moment. In Green Road already walked over, said to me. Read the old man's identity at a glance. I was also well taken care of by him. Bishop is Chin. I respectfully. Very good. I saw your performance just now. You're the most talented healer I've ever seen. Liu Qingxian praised without stint. Flemish? I just did what I could. I had a smile. Liu Qingxian indeed took out some. It's rare chance in city to produce a genius like you. Here is a skill book for punishment. Take it. Seeing that. Speakless. This scene is so similar to the previous life. Also chased after me give me skill books. Even my transition to Rage Priest, helped by Liu Qingxian. Later I found out my proficiency in healing spells. That moved Liu Qingxian. Pretended to shake my head. This is so you can't take with you when you die. Rather than keeping it to bury it, to leave it for young people to use, Liu Qingxian said very generously. Then I will respectfully accept it. Officially. I also stopped, took the skill book for punishment from Liu Qingxian's hand. After saying Liu Qingxian, I left the church, but I wasn't hurried home. I found a small inn to stay for the night. My phone rang. She is now at the park, and my professional badge and come to find her. The message saying there was something dirty. Then I directly blocked her. I arrived at the professional plaza. Still early for the time I'd agreed to meet Bai Ling. I thought I could first purchase some basic equipment supplies. I have eBay you on hand. This is the kind I received. She died in the right of dimensional over 3 years ago. Compensation I received. As a healer, my need for equipment is not high, but a space bag for storage. Potions for mana recovered, if necessary. I found a merchant selling space bags. I only bought a primary space bag for Wobai. But now, on this space bag, there appeared the word refinable. Then I found a coin and spent a spirit soul to try the effect of refining. With the space bag in my hand slightly flashed. I immediately checked the refined attributes. Refined heuristics. Surprisingly, my eyes widened. As I buy a bunch of meter space bags, dimensional space bag, then I can have meters of space on hand. Professionals, due to storage space limitations, work hard to clear dungeons. They can only bring out a small part of the loot. But now with this, I can carry more loot than others. I returned to the previous stall and bought Archer at once. I know other place to make some purchases, looking at the remaining balance of overworship, but feel a bit heartbroken. At this moment of silence, I heard someone calling me. I turned it up. Ling had arrived, but behind Bailan there were 3 more people. Among them was Su Yao. I could have squint my eyes. The dirty thing came invited. Bailan looked at me somewhat apologetically. Sorry, she kept following me. I smiled and rubbed Bailing's head. It's okay, we'll just ignore her. And Bailing's so close. See, I was furious. After she said no. I was all my fault before, but now I figured it out. I'm willing to give you a chance to be your girlfriend. Promise me to be good to me in the future. Is really generous. I wouldn't forgive you so easily. Wes pulling and tugging with another girl in the street. Suyao's 2 female companions hiding out of their support. It has a good temper. She was also a bit angry. How could she be pulling and tug with Chenmo here? She heard me pull her and saying, let's go. Don't get too tangled with these lingering spirits. We have more important things to do. Bailing looked up at me, then nodded heavily. Okay, I'll listen to you. I smiled, and the 2 of us left-handed, and the other 2 girls looking at each other. Bailing handed me a staff that was entirely white, shining with a metallic glow. This is for you. Expectedly, I need sufficient healing. To the front line, help you tank monsters. Bailing said somewhat proudly. Took the staff. Inspection. In the current market, it would cost at least Ebite to get. See Bailing to borrow money from her uncle's family. I found that the staff can also be refined to improve its quality. I looked at Bailing again. Bailing didn't hide anything, and directly showed me all her equipment. A very simple set of beginner warrior white equipment. For only costs around 5,000 yen. Is this okay? Bailing me. The face flushed. Showing one's attribute panel to others is a very intimate matter. Only to meet in person. Alright, let's gather 3 more people. Then we can enter the dungeon. At Bailing and said, although taking Bailing alone is enough, but having more people in the team allows me to grind for spirit attribute talents. Responsible recruiting. To say a rare class with S level talents is leading. Any class except healers. I instructed. Bailing immediately complied. Professional Shanshan City. Message. I excused myself to go to the bat. Refine my equipment. After 3 refinements, the staff in my hand directly. Jumped to level. Staff heuristics. I was satisfied. At this moment, Bailing sent a message. Was complete. Then I directly threw the staff in the spatial bag and hurried to join them. After some introductions about their professions. The tall and thin Yu Huki is a warrior. The twin girls are archers. The team was complete. I directly opened the path and select the Flaming Forest on normal difficulty. We're transported to a special space. I took out my staff and said, Huki, lead the way. I'll keep an eye on your health. You're the healer, and she's the flame warrior. Huki widened his eyes and looked at me. Diane and Dinah were also stunned, facing his question. Slightly. Not entirely. She's not a flame warrior yet. I'm indeed the healer. Yuki and the twin sisters couldn't help but laugh at this. They all understood that they had been tricked into with their class binding quest. So, I'll be the tank. Yuki reluctantly stepped forward. I hope my healing skills aren't too bad. Then Yuki took out his weapon, prepared to start the battle. A beam of light fell on him.
Soul Link
Surprised with the effect of the status. Then he was completely stunned. Actually forced the damage he received to be shared among all team members. At this, almost everyone looked at me. Is this real okay? Yuki was truly at a loss for words. Under the effect of Soul Link, the damage was evenly distributed to everyone. Seemed the tank's pressure was reduced. The healer's pressure doubled. Everyone said uneasily, we should cancel this status. Don't worry, let's try fighting one monster first. If you still feel uneasy, you can still leave. I didn't plan to explain anything. With my current setup, healing this team is a piece of cake. The two sisters discussed it. Fine decided to trust me. They took, Yuki thou shout, and charged towards a level 1 goblin. The goblin was attacked, and they turned around to strike back. They counterattacked Key. Two kept punching each other. Having a great time. The two sisters, they picked up their short bow. They began to support Hook. Combined damage of the three, critical hit of sense with a single punch, he killed the goblin. The battle was concluded. But now it seems the damage originally accumulated on Hook would have been healed with just one healing spell. But now spread across so many people, requires several more healing spells. Hook was just about to suggest canceling the soul chain before he could say it. The next moment I saw my staff hit the ground, and everyone present was illuminated by a holy light. Health is fully restored. Hook swallowed the words he was about to say. Were completely awestruck by my move. Brother Shin, I shouldn't have doubted you earlier. Hook immediately bowed and apologized. Then also hurriedly, we sisters also know we were wrong. Please don't give up on us. To be absolutely obedient. Dan nodded frankly. Shirley said she would be obedient. She has been firmly on my side from the beginning, so we've all decided to stay. Let's continue. From the last way of healing. I also gained attribute bonuses from each of them. I can't even imagine how many attributes I accumulate through an entire dungeon. I suggest we speed up. If possible, I hope we compete for this year's speedrun leaderboard. Hook and the others who were still excited heard my words. Me as if they had seen a ghost. Previous battle. Fun monster should be a problem. How we fight the boss? My staff in hand. I casually cast a skill. Not far ahead. A goblin let out a scream and was instantly killed by holy light. Punish skill, is this acceptable? I remained as calm as ever. Hook immediately knelt for me. This is highly acceptable. The fortune of my foster father, true a blessing from 8 lifetimes. My skill, and the entire team was completely won over. Preparing ourselves, we headed towards the boss.